James Helder, IFL TV, in association with Matt Clunes, Jim Marbella. We're in Manchester. They just had the press conference, the undercard press conference, but in some ways, you should be the main event. World title contender, Kal Yafai, as he prepares to take on Lewis Concepcion. How are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. I'm good.
Good. Let's talk a little bit about your fight. How much have you seen of Concepcion thus far?
I've seen a lot of him. Seen a lot of him. Yeah, he's a very good world champion. Like I said up there, he's very tough. He looks very strong, powerful. And I know I'm going to have to be at my best on Saturday night, but that's what I aim to be.
You know, when someone wins a world title on foreign shores, they tend to be a real world champion, and someone who is to be taken very seriously. So, having watched his performance in Japan, what did you make of it?
Yeah, it was a good performance. You know, you know what you're going to get with Lewis Concepcion. He's going to be very aggressive, very strong. He's going to be darting in and out early on, but there's times where he does slow down, and there's times where he does walk onto a lot of punches. So he's not one of them where I'm going to have to go looking for him. If I did, then that'd be great. But yeah, I think it's gonna our styles are going to gel really well, and I think it'll be a great fight.
Do you think it's destiny for you to beat Concepcion and win this WBO title? You've spent 18 years of your life in and out of boxing gyms, but mostly in than out, to be honest. But do you think it's destiny for you to win this world title?
I believe so. You know, like I said, 18 years I've given my life to this sport. I know it's not about what you've done, what you've done, and you deserve this and that. It's about the better man and getting everything right on the night. But I believe I'll get that. I believe this fight's going to take me to another level. I'll be a lot sharper. I'll be really switched on for this fight because I know I can't afford to switch off. So it's not like other fights where I'm in second gear and I don't have to really up the pace or do anything. This fight, it's one of them where I'm going to have to be at my best to win the title, and I believe I will be.
You've waited and waited for this opportunity to get a world title shot. Do you feel you need a career best performance to beat Concepcion?
Yeah, I believe so. But I believe I'll do it, and I believe I'll do it in style. I believe I'll get the recognition I deserve as well after I beat him, because I'm not fighting one of these Mickey Mouse fighters for a Mickey Mouse title. I'm fighting a real fighter, and he's real quality. So once I do him, then people are going to be like, this kid is a real deal. No sky hype job, nothing like that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
We've seen some of the fighters on the stable come unstuck when they've stepped up to challenge for world title honours. Does that play in the back of your mind, where you've seen sort of your friends and sort of colleagues challenge or not be successful?
Not really, no. I don't really pay attention to all that really. I don't really look into like other fighters and how they've done, and cause it's a completely different scenario. I just believe that I've got to do what I've got to do. If I do what I do and I do it well, there should be no reason why I don't beat this kid on Saturday night. You know, I'm the bigger man. I'm very strong. I'm technically better. I'm faster. I've just got to basically stick to the game plan, stick to the tactics, and God willing, I'll be world champion Saturday night.
You're the bigger man, but let's talk about the even bigger men. Anthony Joshua, Eric Molina. Big fight for Joshua. Maybe not the opponent people would necessarily want to see him in with if he was given a choice of preference, but it is what it is. How do you assess the fight?
Yeah, I think Molina's tough. You know, he's obviously got power and things like that. All heavyweights obviously carry power, but I think it's a fight where it's good to see where he is compared to, obviously, I know Styles make fights, but you see him go 9 rounds with Wilder, and I think it's good to see how Josh deals with him. But you know, I've seen Josh, and I know how he's looking. He's looking tremendous. So I think you're gonna see a very explosive performance Saturday night from him.
Let's talk a little bit about Dillian Whyte, Derek Chisora. We all loved the gloves were off last night. Whatever way you talk about it, you can't help but enjoy that sort of stuff. What do you make of them two, and how do you see that fight playing out?
Oh, you know what? I watched that last night and I was just like thinking, these geezers just cracked me up. You're a donkey. I was in bits watching it, and I knew he was going to get to. I was thinking he's going to get to him in a minute. He's going to flip. Next thing he throws water over him and it just still goes up raw. But yeah, it's a very intriguing fight. It's interesting to see where they're both at in their careers. Obviously, Chisora's been around a long time. It's either going to be very explosive and someone's going to get hurt and it's going to be over quick, or I think it could be. It could even be a stinker and just be like a boring fight.
Wow.
You just don't know what you're gonna get in some of these fights where they're just going at each other and they're getting there. But I think it will be explosive. I think it will be very explosive, and I think it'll be over fairly quickly. But just don't be surprised if it's a stinker and a boring one.
Let's talk about the man with the biggest nuts in the building, Dave, the White Rhino Allen. Back-to-back fights against Dillian White, and then in with one of the most avoided heavyweights on the planet, Luis Ortiz. How much respect have you got for Dave Allen?
Yeah, you've got to respect him, you know. Luis Ortiz is a feared man, and I do think he's going to want to put things right after the Malik Scott performance. I think he's going to want to look a lot better than what he did there, even though it weren't obviously down to him. But I don't think Dave Allen's going to run away from him. I think he'll be there and thereabouts.
It wouldn't surprise me one bit if he just stood and trained with him.
I think there's going to be times where he's going to take walks and that, but I think he's going to explode out of his little box that he's in, and I think there's going to be times where he's going to be trading with Ortiz. But it's very interesting, yeah. It's interesting to see how Ortiz deals with Allen, and if Allen can spring a big shock. He's a massive underdog, you know. Let's not get that mixed up, but let's see. You never know. Anything could happen in boxing. It's heavyweight boxing, so it'd be interesting to see.
We didn't see much trash talking between yourself and Conception today. Being sort of the lingual barrier probably affects that a little bit. But one thing we did see was Frank Buglione and Jose Burton having a little banter with each other. What did you make of that?
It was good. It's always good to have obviously fighters on the table that actually have something to say to each other. They obviously don't like each other. So it'd be interesting. I know they both had stuff to do with GB back in the day. I was on the squads with Frank back in the day, along with Callum Smith. So yeah, it's a very interesting fight. It's just one of them. It's just interesting. I don't know where it's gonna go.
You was in the squads with them both. Was Frank Buglione right in labelling Jose Burton lazy, in your opinion?
I don't know. I went on the squads with Burton, so I never really seen him much. So I'm not really sure. But with Frank, obviously I know he's a tough guy. He can whack a bit, and he's a good fighter. So I think their styles would gel really well, and I think everyone's in for a treat with that fight as well. It's a stacked undercard, isn't it? So
it is.
It's very interesting.
Well, hopefully Saturday we'll have a new WBA world champion.
Oh man!
I know how much it means to you.
It means a lot, man. It means a lot. Means a lot.
Thank you for giving me a bit of time today.
Nah,
I'm going to
no
go
worries.
and catch the White press, Dillian White Chisora presser.
All right, cool.
We'll catch you soon. Thank you, mate.
Sorted, James.